Didi, do you understand Newcastle fans' frustrations about Steve Bruce and the criticism he's received this season?
Yeah, in a way I can, because Bruce is obviously an old school manager. He's been in the Premier League for decades. Maybe they would like to see somebody a little bit younger, was a bit more adventurous, maybe plays a bit more attacking football. But end of the day, it's about results, and I'm not too sure whether, if you look at the teams in and around them, whether it's Brighton, Wolves, whether some of these teams, or whether Newcastle is a lot better than where they should be. You know, I think if you stay in the league with that squad, I think you've done your job. Yes, it was a bit tight a few weeks ago, but in the end, I think they stayed in the league with 3 or 4 games to spare. And yeah, I think there's it's just trendy, or it's in to ever go with Steve Bruce. It's not an easy place for managers, Newcastle, because they always have very high expectations, even though they haven't won anything for a long time. And so I feel a bit sorry for Steve Bruce, because I don't think the criticism he gets is always deserved. Yes, there have been performances who haven't been good enough, but I think they showed in the last 2 to 3 months, they showed that they are a decent Premier League team. And as Jose said, with 2 or 3 signings, hopefully he gets another season, and hopefully he can prove a lot of people in Newcastle wrong.
Well, he did say, Steve Bruce at least, as far as he's concerned, he is a Newcastle manager for next season, unless Newcastle sacks him. Would you like to see him remaining to be a Newcastle manager next season, Didi?
Well, I'd like to see him, yes, of course. I think he's done enough to be given the chance. But then again, I think they have to show the performances they showed in the last 8 weeks, where they only lost 2 games in 10, going to Leicester winning, going to Anfield getting a draw. I think they've got to show these performances, same as tonight. They've got to show these performances right from the start, because then I think they'll be off to a better start. I think they have a better league position. And then, hopefully the criticism towards the manager stops. But yes, I like to see him. But again, I think they have to start the season, or they have to start next season, the way they finished this one now.
Jose, do you think he will be Magpies manager next season?
I think he will be, and I agree with Didi. If they can perform the way they've been doing in the last 7, 8 matches, I believe it's good enough for the way, like Didi said, I play for Newcastle as well for 4 years, and I know how demanding the fans are there. But as well, it's because the supporters are incredible, to be honest, as well. And I believe they want a team that is not suffering every single year to fight to stay in the Premier League. But I believe they wanted Pochettino before to go to PSG. They wanted Rafa Benitez back as well, and all of that. But it's the expectations that no one of these type of managers is going to go to Newcastle if they don't have a project that they're going to spend a lot of money bringing the players they want, etc., etc. And I don't see McAsley doing that. So who you going to bring that is better than Steve Bruce, and with the
maybe give Frank Lampard a chance, maybe?
Maybe, but you're going to risk it more than have Steve Bruce that have a lot of years in the Premier League already, and he's proved himself. He's done well this year. It's like Didi say, he actually made the team stay in the league. It's true that they've been struggling, but at the end, they made it. So why you going to sack him and then bring Lampard? And you're going to risk it there? Maybe, yeah, but you're going to give Lampard money to spending the players that he actually want to spend the money with. This is not Chelsea. You know what I mean?
Didi, you talk about a young manager. Frank Lampard does fit that profile.
Yeah, but he's played all his football in London. He's managed in Derby for a couple of years. He did well there. Did okay at Chelsea. There's a pretty big divide in England between the north and the south, and I'm not too sure whether a lot of Newcastle fans would like to see Frank Lampard, because as I said, there's a big divide, and if you look at players as well, usually when players went to the north of England, they stayed in the north of England, even though when they changed clubs. At the same time, if foreigners went to a London club, usually they moved clubs within London. So it's a strange thing. You've got in England, in England you've got London, and then you've got the rest of England, and so I'm not too sure whether fans would like to see Frank Lampard up there. Steve Bruce is a Geordie. He's from Newcastle. He's one of them, and he gets a lot of stick. So I'm not sure. I agree with Jose. I'm not sure Frank Lampard would be the answer.